feet. We sing through. They were locked up for a reason, but the world ran out of heroes. So now, you roll with what you got, kicking down doors with a holy grin, silver tongues and a dozen sins. Wrong side of justice, right side of fate. No time to ask, we're already late. We ain't your chosen, we ain't your knight, but we shine damn bright when the world ignites. And we roll for trouble, we play to win. Out of the sails and into the spin. We're taking chances, bending fate. The last bad call on heaven's slate. Roll for trouble, that's our cue. You want a miracle? We'll do. Hey. Knight lost his banner but swings just fine. Rogue's got charm and a five-step crime. Druids growling and warlocks curse. Clerics smiling, which is the worst. Call us mad, call us last, but we hit back hard and we hit back fast. We roll for trouble, we play to win. Out of the sails and into the spin. We're taking chances, bending fate. The last bad call on heaven's slate. Roll for trouble, that's our cue. You want a miracle? We'll do. Hey, hey. When the odds look bad, we raise the stakes. When the gods say no, we're the brakes. When the plan goes south, we smile wide. 'Cause no one rides like the ones denied. We roll for trouble, we play to win. Out of the sails and into the spin. We're taking chances, bending fate. The last bad call on heaven's slate. Roll for trouble, that's our cue. You want a miracle? We'll do. Hey. Dungeon born, maybe one or two, but fate don't ask where it found you. Roll for trouble.
Anyways, the green room was rough. Hey, welcome everybody. One of the most exciting weeks that we have going on for me throughout the year is the St. Jude's thing that Lord Gazumba kicks off. St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Clearly, in the words of what I just said, all the money goes towards these kids that need a better chance at the research for what they're going through, or just throwing money in there to bolster the hospital itself. We've got the Tiltify up. Appreciate you guys all in here. I'm going to ad hoc some things. I think if I don't want to set a standard to how much we want people to donate. Why? Because charity comes from the heart, right? I have something in my mind that if we reach some sort of goal, I'm gonna drop something fun on the table for these guys. But the donations, I'll add some things to the crew here. If you don't have the ability to hit the donate button, please, in some sort of way, whether it's social media or texting a friend, hey, be like, hey, watch this show and hit that Tiltify button. I don't even give a shit if you don't want to even watch our faces, or if you guys say like, you guys look like a bunch of idiots, but I hit because the money is what we're looking for the kids. Like, it's not about the stream. We want people to donate to this thing. And then we do this big thing and then we head off to GaryCon together. So for whoever's going, so it's kind of a cool part of the year. It's kind of Stronghold's birthday too, is like February, March. I forgot about that, but yeah. Um, let's get this thing kicked off. Let's see. We'll get everybody's voices kind of going. So I'll start in the top left. Skylar, who are you, and who you playing? And then puck it to somebody.
Hmm.
I didn't hear him on the. Try again. I'm not.
How's this? Is it a bite?
You got you. You're good. I got
Okay,
you loud and
cool.
clear.
Yeah, so I'll start over with that. Who cares about my music right now? All we care about is St. Jude's. Tiltify link is in the chat, and then in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, you'll see a QR code. If you aren't near a computer, can't click a link, but you could take a picture of that QR code. That'll take you to the donate site as well. So anything you give, awesome, or any good vibes you can give to St. Jude's is also good. So, but yeah, I'm playing Sir Cervantes, and I'm about to get my ish pushed in by Sir Darren. So we'll see.
On chat.
A Chad, yeah.
Okay, hey everyone, I'm Chad Van Wickman. Tonight I'm playing Silas Trezell, a tiefling cleric of Timora. I like to fill my friends with joy, happiness, and green clovers to heal them. So when it's shooting out of their orifices, at least they feel better, and at least I feel better. And yes, please donate. Anything is good. Hopefully we can beat last year's 32,000. The more money going to St. Jude, the better. Helping out the kids. I do so many things for charity throughout the year. I'll also be on a Sunday stream with Phantom NJ playing Castles and Crusades. But yeah, I mean, anything we can do to help people in need, that's why I do all this. I love it. Be nice, Tim.
I won't. Over to Jeremy.
Oh well, I'm Jeremy. I get a double hit of St. Jude's because I'm here tonight and back again tomorrow. Yeah, looking forward to it. Always like charity streams and seeing people give over a little bit of coin to make the love go round. Oh, and I'm playing Ignatius, and I'm
For now.
incorrigible.
For now. That's not ominous.
Down to Brent.
Hello, everybody. I am Brent. I go by Brent D&D on social media, and I am here on our Wednesday night streams, and I am playing Brody, the Brooding Warlock, but not so
Hey.
brooding. I got a cool weapon last time. I just get to find out what it is at some point.
What was it?
I don't know. It was a sword I found in some long dead.
Oh, that's what I
knight's
mean.
hand.
It was a sword. Okay, a sword.
Yes.
On sword. And you got time to look at you know what I mean, to look at the sword.
That's it.
I
Just
don't
look
think we
at
do
it.
have time.
To
I
just
don't think
look
we
at
do
it.
have time to look at the sword.
I don't think we do have time. It's in my pack.
Yep. All right. Hey Jay, how are you? Welcome in. Jay, a shouty outy, and we'll get this kind of started. I know you guys are it's a Wednesday, so going around and asking someone to read all of their notes, boo. So here's what we'll do. Previously on CSI Eve of Ruin, the overarching Vecna is bonking with the multiverse. Vecna is creating a shroud of shadow over the frontier, and you guys have over the previous 15 16 sessions have found these we'll call it a well of shadow, these unholy, desecrated places where shadow is emanating from. Shadow here kind of emanates from the power of secrets. So people like the Margasters, who are very two-faced, right? That's a place like Thornhold was ripe with shadow. And you guys have been going around and adding light to these things. You've been going around and knocking out the bosses that are in these locations. And you guys have fought from Fanlin to the Sword Mountains to Thornhold, a little bit of underground stuff through Mare of Dead Men, and you're moving your way north towards Neverwinter. You know that the shadow is kind of still surrounding you. It's all the way to the south from Crypt Garden, and you got a message from Mordkainen and Lady Lariel to like, hey, can you guys do this, you know, this strike against Helm's Hold while the armies of Shadow, these enthralled soldiers from Neverwinter, have moved towards Waterdeep. If you go to Helm's Hold, and you guys have had some visions and things like that, that Helm's Hold is kind of bound to your dreams and your destiny in some sort of way, especially, I believe, Skylar, you know, you're getting dreams as well, Silith, about hallowing this location. Brent, you've seen some imagery of what lies behind Helm's Hold. Ignatius, you've seen these visions of this chopped tree, right? This location that has been blighted by this hag that is your patron, Lysandra, I believe. So Lysandra is giving you these, empowering you and bringing you to this location, hoping that you cause chaos into it. But of recent, you're starting to get these messages from the Autumn Fae that's kind of giving you a message of like, it's now time to choose your destiny, choose if you go down this path or become empowered by another. And I can go, if you want to be like, hey, recap that dream that I just got, no problem. We got 3 hours tonight anyways. If anybody needs something on a wisdom check or whatever, like, I just want you guys to have a good time. I don't like you scrambling around trying to figure out what True North looks like. And the last session, ooh, did we get some tips already?
Yeah, we got a
Anonymous?
$40 donation from an Anonymous.
Nice. Thank you, Anonymous. You guys have been confronted in Helm's Hold. It's been protected by 3 witches. It appeared that one was the Bone Witch that had like skeletal undead in a blighted maze of a forest. You defeated her. The Witch of Ash and Cinder protected Helm's Hold, the perimeter of Helm's Hold. You guys just like walked through a forest fire, fighting a more undead to get to the basilica itself. You can hear the cackling of a 3rd witch beyond the basilica, but something raised Darren in some unholy fashion. And Darren, not only was this frail, Darren's like a half elf, right? Darren was from Phandalin. If you read the old Phandalin books, I think it was Lost Minds of the Phandelvers. He's been there for that long in our party. We've been playing with it like 4 or 5 years. But anyway, so Darren goes to this place to defend it, and he falls. And you get word that during his protection of this place, he lost his oath and was raised as a Death Knight. He was tricked by the hag, which might touch you just a little bit as you see this happen, because you knew Darren Ignatius, and you know that he fell for something as well. And you can see how dark he's become, right? Like, you see this massive evil knight. He's 8.5, 10 feet tall. He's just got this dark iron armor where it was glistening and pure chainmail, white of the Order gauntlet. It has completely transformed into rust and iron as he, stands massive, almost like an anime greatsword, struck down into the ground at the steps of the basilica. As you guys fight your way through this maelstrom of ash just spinning around you, like biting at your face, like it's sapping the moisture out of your mouth as you're going up this hill, as Ignatius works his way up to the top of the basilica, stabs out the witch with the help of I believe Brent got like a nat 20 of a Eldritch Blast and smoked her two at the very end of the session, which was very apt because I think I beat him up the whole session. It was very well timed. Tried. But you guys reach like the steps, the front of the basilica there. I hope you guys can see your creatures or your characters. If you can't, just let me know. I'll add a little white light. You'll see your guys a little bit better. For you, Ignatius, you're a little bit of a theater of the mind. Think of the size of this place, and I'll show you another image here real quick. It's a basilica, but it's nothing like the Notre Dame, right? It is humble in size, right? And you in the top portion, Ignatius, have found a opening. As you know, the witch falls dead. I think you, and you find a way in from up there. You can either jump back down to your friends, but see those stair steps that kind of go down in the top and left, the top and bottom. Those are entry points from the top. So I'm giving you hey, you're a good thief, you're a good rogue. You know that you may have spelunked around stealing some reliquaries of sort from, a church here and there, because, it's good gold, it's good silver. It's you know that some of these basilicas have hatches, and it's a very standard kind of basilica. It's got stained glass, and around it, the ash is now swirling in, like, think of it almost like, I don't want to say Barovian mist, but the ash is so powerful that not only is it at disadvantage, it's like almost like hurricane level winds whipping around the basilica. It's not breaking the windows, it's possessing this property. There is a cackle in the background, like beyond, if you're looking at the right hand side of the map. Like beyond that is like a garden of this basilica. It is overgrown that you can see with like twigs, vines, branches, and just gnarled concertina wire of thorn. You know what I mean? I'm painting a picture of, like, you don't want to go through that way. You have to go through the in portion, right? Like, it just looks miserable. And of course, they funneled you very well to have to face your old friend. It is just the ultimate, like, F you from this hag who you can hear like a the voice of the hag, Ignatius, but you can hear another feminine voice, very gnarled, high-pitched and gnarled, from beyond the back stained glass of where the basilica's altar would be, like in that garden somewhere. And there's mumbling in abyssal language, just like stirring up some sort of ritual beyond this death night. So I'll pass it off to you guys. Matter of fact, we're just going to start out with initiative right now so that it makes things more clear. So go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. Anybody have any questions while we're rolling initiative? Because I'll give you a thinky think round. Ooh, battle music and everything already. Very nice. Very sweet. All right, who got... Forgive my voice, man. The Texas has ruined my voice. All right. DK? Anybody above 20?
Yes, 22.
Anybody in there? Okay, so Iggy. Very high. Very nice. Anywhere above 15?
16.
I got 15.
Scott?
16.
I got you. I heard you, Brent. Nice. 16 is good. Brody?
And I got 15.
Yep, I heard you. And Chad, what'd you get? Slash Stylus.
I rolled a 2, so that makes it a 1.
Nice.
Hey, like I said,
I go first every round, starting the second round.
Yeah, you rolled an initiative of 26. Good job. All right. Yeah, so
This is starting out right.
yeah, what I'll say is, Silas, because you're kind of rolling a little bit give me a religion check. As you walk up, you like you it's like going through a film. You leave this sandstorm. Think of the worst shahab you've ever been in, if you have been. Like you come out of this red, purple, gnarly looking, lightning filled sandstorm of fire and stuff, and you come out of it, and then there it is. There's like a rose mirror staring you in the face. Roll a religion check.
Yeah, I got an at 20. I can only do this on a bell curve, seriously.
Okay.
That's
So
all I
this
can
is
do.
this is why you're dead last. Because you feel it in your heart of hearts. As you see the stained glass, you see the multicolor of the reds, the greens, the purples, the yellows of the rainbow that is Timora. And for a second, the circular stained glass to you, it does a coin flip. It turns like a coin, but then as you focus, right, it stops, and then there's like this gnarled. You can see the dust on it and the blight, and you know that you may not have Hallow as a spell, but you know that you can, like, in your heart, you know that you need to get in there with a nat 20 religion check. It is your duty to, one, figure out a way to complete a hallowed ritual in there. From beyond, you see Cervantes getting ready to walk in. You see this Death Knight in the distance, and beyond it, you see an altar. It is very plain. It is stone. There is nothing there, but just you. It's just like your eyes instantly focus on this altar, and you're like, I think, you know what I mean. Like that's where I need to be. I need to sort this out. And you'll take various, checks from here on out. But for Ignatius, you were in the heat of combat. You just smoked this witch. She just melted like the Wicked Witch of the West, as good witches do. Like, there's no body. She's Obi-Wan Kenobi'd out, and you're stomping around, and there's really nothing there but a bucket of water. And
I'm on the roof, though, right?
You're on the roof, yeah. So
Yeah.
you see a hatch, a wooden hatch that's, you know what I mean, like open.
There's nobody up on this roof with me.
There's nothing beyond it. You see this.
I didn't think I killed the witch last time.
Oh, you
You
did?
did?
No, not me. Someone else did, maybe.
No, it's like, yeah, Brent
But
did.
you were up there
You
with
see
her. You were up there with
Yeah.
her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can my friends see me from up here?
Can who see you?
I'll use it in quotes. Can my friends?
Only, I will say, because the beginning of the round and giving
Like,
you.
or is there too much ash?
It's whatever you want. Because you're
I'm
dressed
just
as a
gonna
witch.
I'm just gonna give them a salute from the top of the cathedral, and then I'm gonna disappear down that hatch.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go to.
And hold on. I think I'm gonna go one step further. Oh shit! I'm out of. Never mind. I'm out of spell slots. I was gonna turn invisible, but I can't do that.
Who has the orb? Or who has the bag of holding?
Brent.
No, I don't have it anymore. Scholar has it.
The bag of
I
holding?
think.
Yes,
I think
Cervantes has it because he took it from me.
Yeah, our
Whoever-
bag holding privileges were taken away.
Oh yeah.
Our
It's
holding the
either
bag of
you
holding
can
privileges.
retroactively. So you're not in there, right? Cervantes. We'll say you've got the bag. I thought Silith had it for some reason. I don't know why I thought Silith had it, but like maybe
We could roll a
Tom's-
D4. I mean, I'll
So-
take it if nobody wants it. I'll carry it. You can trust me.
Well, I just know we had the orb in it, and I couldn't remember who actually.
Well,
Walked off
we
with it.
yeah, you took it from me.
Okay. Well,
You kind of spanked us and took our toys away.
oh, then
Because
Yeah,
we had all
we-
that money
Tom's
from
has it.
we
There
had all
was a
that money in
holiday.
it from the chest, and we were going to use some of it to fix
I
up
was a
that
victim.
town.
Okay, well
think
that's
we're late.
if I have it, then that makes my next move even simpler. So
Okay.
So who
But-
has it? So
we'll say
who
I
has
have it.
Okay. All right. So as you guys remember, the basilica was touch. The ash continues to rise and swirl around it. Darren's hands closed around this hilt, and the sword lifts, and not in a threat, but the ceremonial posture. You hear him, by oath sworn and oath unbroken, none shall pass. And I know none shall pass is played out, but like I think people prior to Monty Python would say these things. So he says none shall pass. And
The way
he
is shut.
huh?
The way is shut.
The way is shut. The way is shut. Black fire begins to crawl along his blade, like black fire begins to like tickle up the blade. His vision lowers with a sound like a coffin ceiling, and he solemnly and stiffly proceeds inside. You heard Cervantes give some sort of oath to him as he was preparing. You see him like this skull appears in his hand, and it spins into an orb. And Skylar said something to him, and it just dissipated. Right? That was, you know what I mean? Within this round, something was coming, and it's not coming this round. So you guys had a chance. So I gave that role play. So the talk him out of it role play was suspended. You know what I mean? Was like used up. But so Ignatius, you go down. I'm gonna show you where you're at.
I'm trying to be quiet, sticking to the shadows. I am
Running in the shadow.
darkness.
This is where you're at here, and there are 30 feet of stairs. So you're at the top. We'll say this round you got to the top.
Yeah. I want to be like a kid coming down at Christmas. I don't want to come down too far down the steps and then be seen. I'm like peeking through the
Thanks,
rails.
Jimmy. I appreciate you, Dragger. Here, you show up every day, so I do it for you. And I like toys. All right. So, do you want to roll your stealth check now, or
Do you want me to roll my stealth check now, sir?
because you want to be sneaky, right? There.
I told
Yeah.
it would be sneaky.
Yeah, go for it.
A 21.
Okay. Well,
Too
let's
much
start having
steel.
fun. Let's see what the perception of a death knight has. As you're just like, I got this. I got this. Let's do +3. Oh, Silith. This thing is fixated straight out the door. I mean, like absolutely fixated, and you're just a kitty cat. What I'll say for at least another round, because he rolled a 1 on his perception for Ignatius, he's pretty fixated on Cervantes. So that's not good for Cervantes. Great for Ignatius on this one. But you can't see him yet because you'll need to come down the steps a little bit more to be able to like get a shot in. But I'll say you succeed for 2 rounds. You don't need to be sneakier because that one. Does that work? All right. I like me personally as a DM. Like I like rewarding a absolute critical success like that. A 20 versus a 1. Like, yeah, this dude doesn't know you exist.
Is he the only guy in here inside the cathedral? The basilica? The church?
I mean, yeah, you can make a quick perception check if you'd like.
I don't see anybody else. Hold on.
Are you sure about that?
My perception is 8.
Yeah. Seems like
I'm
seems
being
like one
so
guy.
sneaky. Everything else shit the bed. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, without further ado, we'll go with Cervantes. So the Death Knight, was about to do something, and he's not. He actually spins around kind of thematically. He stands upright. You haven't entered in yet. But you see him wave his hands, Cervantes, onto the ground. And instead of like think of World of Warcraft, where like the shaman sucks the souls out of some. This is a reverse effect. He puts out his hands, and the green necrotic energy flows out to what look like 4 or 5 knights on the ground and goes like threads into their bodies. And as you step forward, you see their backs just at the same time go, you know what I mean? Like they just kind of hunch up, and you hear like a kind of moving around. So it's not their turn yet, but say what?
What was that?
Does that mean? I don't know.
That was creepy.
Yeah.
Was that Sir Darren?
Yeah, it was Sir Darren. And before you go, we'll add one more thing to kind of kick this off. My stream of consciousness.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Yep, nope, that's it.
So
Go ahead.
Cervantes remembers from his dream to shed light over the basilica.
Okay.
So he steps in, and in pure Cervantes form, by Saloon's tears, and tears' unyielding hand, let this place remember what it once was. And he opens the bag of holding as he steps into the basilica, and lets the orb just start to float. Rise!
Okay.
Orb of the Night Mother, shine where faith faltered, and let even the dead remember the sky. And then he clutches his fist to his chest and says, Pete, Darren, this is for you, as the orb climbs into the basilica.
Yep. So you release the orb. And you're stepping in as well.
Oh yeah, I'm walking in and releasing the orb, so the light
Okay.
just fills
Make a
the
wisdom
entire.
check as you walk in.
Oh no.
Or save.
Okay. Oh wait, I have bless.
You still have bless
I have
for
bless.
2 more rounds.
15. Thank God for that bless.
So you start feeling as you like there's like this screaming energy of like every shadow that's in there starts like lurching at the bag and lurching at your mind to try to shut you down. As you go for the bag to open it, you start seeing just all of these shadows like piling on top of it. They're attracted to it. They're trying to reduce the light on this thing. You start seeing the creatures kind of standing up. The light begins to pour out, but shadows start reaching at the bag as you reach the bag as well. You start feeling like a psychic energy hit you, but they're just screeching. They're not attacking you. There's like 5 shadows holding the bag like as tightly as possible. And as you do this, you hear the Death Knight, you know what I mean? Like begin to like raise his sword and start moving towards you. And from the back of the basilica, you hear them just like, good, they'll waste their time.
I mean, that would have been my action.
Discovery is never an action. Or a wasted action. You know
No,
what I mean?
no. Let's see.
Yeah.
Bonus action. I'm not wise enough. Actually, I can only do that. Hold on. Let me see what my bonus actions are. Nope, that's it.
Okay. Like I said, there were 5 shadows, and they are
Yep.
just ripping the bag around. You know what I mean? Like holding the bag as you reach for it. They just immediately went to it. There is light coming from the bag. It is a white, like moonlight coming out of these things. One of the shadows instantly starts shredding from the light. And you hear in the back of the basilica, make haste, Darren. Continue with the broken oath. So just take that for what it is.
I'll just use a non-action to Like, we need to destroy this bag.
You hear in the background, turn it inside out, works every time. Highly recommend.
You can't destroy the bag of holding.
You can destroy the.
Only if you put another bag of holding in it, or
I thought there was a thing where you could, like, long ago, you could turn it if you reached and pulled it inside out, like you would.
that only empties it. That
I
just
don't
empties
mean I don't mean it's impossible to destroy the bag of holding. I mean you can't do that. Don't do that.
Oh,
I don't know that.
it. Turning it inside out won't destroy it. It'll just empty it. But if you put another bag of holding in it, you're in trouble.
that brings up who's next? Brent, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brody. So Brody's up. You see him go in. When he enters, you can't see him anymore. The shadow, just as he walked in, the shadows are, I mean, they're not like large, but their shadows can stretch. They veiled, you know what I mean? The inside. So as he walked in, it was just like a veil of shadow went after something. Like you could see just for a brief second, Brody, that something just attacked this holy object and they want to get their hands on it.
I gotta. So I didn't see any of that happening.
You saw, you've like your passive insight. What is your passive insight?
Oh,
for
my
you?
passive is 14.
Yeah, you've seen shadows move before. You know that.
Yeah,
like,
right now
a bunch of shadows did something.
Yeah, right now I'm severely wary of being near shadows. I'm already severely down in my strength because of them. So if I see them, I almost think I might freeze up.
Okay.
Because they hit me when we were on our approach, and I'm not doing very well because of that. But I will. I'm inspired by Cervantes' constant proclamations of bravery and such. I will try to slink in.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
You can get in without.
I don't want to get into melee.
Here's what I was saying. Yes, you can move in. See where he's at? Like, you can get into the basilica. Like, imagine there's like shadows. I'm not even putting them on the map because the shadows are swirling this bag, right? Like, they're not. Yes, there's 5. They're just consuming. Like, the bag looks like a black orb right now from them saturating, you know what I mean, the bag to ensure that none of the lights, like, they're sacrificing themselves on this bag. For you, Silith, with your nat 20, whatever's in the bag's a problem, right? One, it seems that if, like, you've got your job to do, the Death Knight, how many rounds does a Death Knight need to kill you guys while everybody's messing with the bag? That, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're kind of picking up on.
Hey, welcome Raiders.
Who we got
Lord Gazuma.
What? 9 times 9.
If I can get in and then get away without ever going into melee range, I will move pretty far away from them if I can.
Let me try to get a shout out to Jay. You got him, Skylar?
Yeah, I got it.
I know my brain will break. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So yes, there's a map, but there's also theater of the mind that's more prevalent, right? So like, there's more sconces and candelabras and things like that in here as well that are laid down on the ground. So you get in there and you see the swirl of shadows clutching this bag of holding, because as soon as he reached in to his bag, they were like, there it is. That's the problem. That's what ruined Leyland, the town. So you can see the Death Knight as well. As you walk in as well, you can see him with that green necrotic like it's not like fog, but like a threads of necrotic energy going to the back of these four skeletons. That as he moves his hand like so, they kind of puppet their backs up and they're starting to come up onto their elbows. I would say they would go last in initiative, but since you rolled a 1, they'll go at 2 for Silas. But you have time to survey this, Silas. So I'm not punishing a 1 that hard. Like you're seeing all of these problems because you know you've got about X amount of time. You've seen a Hallow ritual before. You kind of understand that you get up and you start working into speaking religious proclamations that something can happen. But for you, Brody, you see this Death Knight. You see a big hunk of rust and iron, blackened, smokened metal beginning to step its, spiked boots towards Cervantes.
Okay.
Hey, Tux. Hey, Cardin. Thanks for coming, guys. Hey, Rob. Sorry if I missed
All
anything.
right. Then I am going to. I'm gonna. I'm gonna hit the witch, but I'm gonna hit the Death Knight with the witch bolt.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll place your character in there. What do you want to go, left or right when you come in?
Left is fine. I feel like this is a worthy use of one of my 2 spells.
If he only had a better DM, man, he would have leveled you guys up a long time ago. But I heard this guy's a real douche. Sorry.
Don't
Would
worry,
you
this
roll,
is a
pal?
level 10 adventure, right? We're right there at level 6. We're right there, baby.
Oh, 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. You know what I mean? You guys almost
It
equal
doesn't
the
work that
score.
way. It doesn't work that
It's
way.
a level 24. Yay!
I had this discussion. You guys are the
23
Beast
to hit.
Boys. You have broken character sheets. I promise you can do this if you're really lucky. And think of
20
it's for St. Jude's. Fight for the kids. You can do this.
23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's a decent shot. So you see this thing moving up. It's plates and pauldrons. It's strong plate mail that's it's got the breast and it's got like think of like Roman stacked plates on its chest as it moves kind of forward, and you just zonk this thing straight in the chest.
All right. So you
Thanks,
see me,
Carver.
you see me raise my arm out with my rod of the clutch keeper, and from this snake head on the end of the rod, you see this green like bolt of like gooey looking lightning, just hit the Death Knight right on the chest, and it sort of just spreads out across his chest.
What's your damage?
It is what is that?
38.
38 points.
Holy
38 points.
shit balls.
Okay, let me take a moment because 38 is probably one of the biggest hits that you guys have kind of had since you've been here.
Yeah, I rolled pretty well on that damage. 11 and an 11, 9 and a 7.
God.
You hit this thing so hard, you blast one like a hole in the armor on his chest, and you can
Nice.
see just this unnatural muscle. You've seen Darren before. He was a thinning old man, a knight in his dotage. He was on this quest to bring Pete back here to bury him properly, and you see that, and you see like he's clearly been reinforced by some sort of fiendish energy. As a matter of fact, you can see a little bit of like twigged blight. As a matter of fact, a tiny twig blight crawls out of the chest as it's empowering it. Like this little creature crawls out of the chest, kind of like a spider, and then crawls around its back. Yeah, that's the imagery I'm going with.
All right.
Anything else you like to do?
Bonus action. Um, I am. That's it. That's my turn.
All right. That brings up, well, so the four skeletons stand up. You take 6 piercing damage as this thing stands up and moves up. Whoop. Did we drop the stream?
We're back.
It went
We're back.
through you.
It
Oh, okay.
everything
Went to
froze for
stuff.
about 7 seconds.
Well, I thought that was on my end. I was like, well, something's wrong.
Did we lose all the dudes? Oh, that stinks. Oh well. Here's the backup. I'll refresh one more time.
Yep, they're still there.
Yay! Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. Enjoy the Wingstop video. Yeah, so this thing shoves like a gladius into you, and you can see it's got a circular, like a circular shield with a gauntlet and like a sword in its hand, indicating the order of the gauntlet, and it's a white shield. So you know these knights fell on the side of Darren. So that brings up the other 4 Death Knights or 3 Death Knights go for Dear Sweet Cervantes. The first one was a nat 20. Sorry, pal.
Oh no.
6 of
Oh,
9.
you'll be fine.
13 piercing damage from a skeleton.
Hey.
That's gonna miss. And that's rolled 2 7s. Didn't I roll a bunch of 7s on this die in our previous session? Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you don't fool me, dice. You're going away. He's like, I'm gonna give you a quick nat 20 and then 7 you out for the rest of the session.
Actually, it was like 2 sessions in a row, actually. That week.
Yeah. Well, this is like the only die that I can read in the dark room because of the lights, so it's got like bright numbers. Which, you know, you buy dice and you're like, ooh, black on gray? That's fantastic until you play at a table and you're like, I'm 46.
Right. 100%.
Hey, Insomnia Knight, good seeing you, buddy. Canadian Ancient Gamer. All right. Good job in hockey. All right. Silith, it is now your turn. The party's kind of disappeared. You see some sort of mess going on with Cervantes as he seemed to miss an opportunity on a very dangerous creature. And you could see the creature beginning to, you know what I mean, like spool something up pretty nasty in his hands. You're currently outside. What would you like to do?
I would like to come inside and join my friends at this amazing party that apparently is happening. I mean, Cervantes, he's trying to get out the disco ball. I'm ready to dance, right?
Heck yeah.
So,
Dance.
All right. Chad, where would you like to go, buddy?
I mean, as soon as I get inside and I see this shenanigans going on, and I notice there's a Death Knight and an altar, right?
You do. Yeah, so
The
you probably walked 15 feet to get in. If you wanted to
Okay.
dash, you could get to the altar, for sure.
But I think the Death Knight is still a problem. So maybe I'll get to the altar next round and maybe give the Death Knight a little
Okay.
Timora hello from
Okay.
from me and the party.
Okay.
So yeah, as I see all this madness going on, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm glad I brought my brown pants today. Because this might be a fight. So I am going to upcast Guiding Bolt on the Death Knight.
Okay. Okay.
And
Which
I
will
am
give it the
going
next
to
person
use
advantage if you hit.
yes, and I'm going to use one of my luck points to give myself advantage on
Okay.
this hit.
We got one donation out there, so there is a party inspiration for that one.
And card.
Well, I'm going to use
wait.
a luck point. So I'm grabbing my holy symbol as tight as possible, like the knuckles are just white, as I'm just going to send this searing white light with just a hint of green on the outside of it towards this Death Knight and see if I can get his attention, because I know that some of my party members wouldn't do very well if he lays into him.
Okay.
So that is a 27 to hit him.
That hits. Yes. So,
So this is going to be some good old-fashioned radiant damage.
okay. Ooh.
$24 points of radiant damage.
Right. Okay. So right where you see the witch's bolt hit from one side, a bolt of radiant greenish lightning just arcs forward and hits him as well. He looks both ways at both of you, but he's fixated on this bag as he steps forward.
And I'll actually go next to Cervantes for the moment, because I have an idea for next round maybe to help. Because I see him wrestling with the bag, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go next to Cervantes.
All right. So, aptly so, he's taking his time. You hear him get hit in the chest twice by a guiding bolt and a witch's bolt, and as you hear him, why would you shoot him and throw him from a plane? But he grabs his the skull and join me in death, and he throws the hellfire orb.
Oh god.
Next saves, please. Remember, there's an inspiration out there and things that you guys have as well.
Is that hitting everybody?
I rolled like shit. You guys are clumped up. The only person that's not going to hit is Ignatius. Yeah.
Don't
I'm not
forget
clumped up.
bless.
13, 14, 17.
Okay.
11.
I rolled like ass. Okay. What'd you get, Brent?
Okay. What kind of save is it? I thought I was
Dex.
moved away. Dex?
Yeah, when you shot, did you move? Where'd you go?
I went as far as I could move into the room, away from the shadow.
Okay, so you're just standing. Okay, so this is just Silith and Brody. You guys both failed. I rolled like shit. So I rolled. It's gonna be 20. It's gonna be it's not gonna be great. It's 24. It's 12 fire and 12 necrotic. As this thing splashes on you guys with its mastery weapon on all of you.
Do I take half?
Why?
Do I take half? Since
You
I
didn't pass.
Oh, 17 didn't pass?
No.
Okay. How much was that?
I take half of the fire damage at least.
What was the total on that? 24?
Yep. Fire and necrotic. Yep.
Cervantes falls.
Okay. The shadows start dragging the bag off to the side. It's sitting there.
This might not help, but we're going to find out after getting hit with this fire. I'm going to respond with my reaction and hit him with fire.
Okay.
Let's see here. Doo-doo-doo. So that'll be Hellish Rebuke. So it's a Dex 15 save.
So, I want to do this soon. He's gonna. You see him staring at Cervantes. He sort of gains a, not like a less aggressive posture as Cervantes falls, and loses a little bit of focus where he would have failed this deck save, but he legendary, you know what I mean? Like he uses, you see if there's like 3 lights above him, boop, one goes out as he quickly looks at you, keys in on you as you try to strike him again.
Well, it would have been 24 had he not saved. I rolled really well, so he takes 12.
Okay.
Assuming he can take fire damage, and I am hoping that he can.
Can. All right. I'm glad you guys spread out a little bit from that Hellfire Orb. That was the one thing that I was like, this could be a round 1 TPK if everybody just clumps. I'm going to say that, see where that Spearman is laying, Brody? The one right next to the Death Knight? That's where you are. I'll move you in a second.
Okay. All right.
Ignatius, you are coming down the stairs just in time to see this weird necrotic green bright explosion kind of hit, and all you see is Silith kind of charred. He does some magic like really fast, like rebukes. He says something, with regards to fortune, and you see Cervantes laid out, and this bag pull into the shadows, gone.
Are we trying to get the light orb out of the bag? Is that what's trying to happen?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you already got it out.
There are one of the shadows seems to have passed, has died. There's trying to hold this bag tight.
Okay.
Make a wisdom check. Silent. No, we'll do that on your turn. Go ahead, Ignatius.
But there's nothing on the altar, right?
Altar's blank. Yep.
Okay. Can I get to the if I Misty Step? Can I get to right behind the Death Knight?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. This is a very thematic room, right? And you guys are up against a pretty nasty boss. Definitely 30 feet straight angle. You could get there and move some.
Okay. Well, I'll do that.
Okay.
And then I'll stab him.
All right, get Stabalicious.
Okay. Does he still have the glowy? Do I have advantage on this?
There's a lightning bolt connecting me to him right now.
No, the
True.
guiding bolt.
You have advantage because of that. Yes.
On
I
someone else's
haven't-
attack, or did your Hellish Rebuke just cancel that?
That's
No,
not an
'cause-
attack. That's a save.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, you have advantage on this attack. Make it count.
So 23.
That hits.
Okay.
I swear I didn't look at your character sheet and see 23 also.
I was just like, did you say 24? I was like, one more. I was like, one.
Did
pretty.
did I hit with 23?
Yes, sir. Sorry, I was over there. Yeah.
That's
I wouldn't do
okay.
you like that though.
Okay, so this does that. And then I have to also add my TD6. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Could have been so much more. As well, when I Misty Step, I'm going to use Taunting Steps. So creatures within 5 feet of the space. Oh, that I left. It can't be the one that I arrive in. Okay, I'm just going to heal myself. Cool.
Okay. And yep, so you feel him, you stab him, and he's not really paying a lot of attention to you. He's still kind of focused on this holy light that just struck him. Cervantes, you find yourself fighting face to face with this knight as you see Silith praying at the altar. Silith, you don't know that. You hear in your mind, "Get up!" Cervantes, but you don't. You find yourself just, kind of staring listily in well-kept grass outside of Helm's Hold. You see knights going about their business, monks tilling fields and stuff, and you ever have a dream where you want to run fast and you can't? You have an urge to move forward, but you just can't. You can't move fast enough to get back. Take that for what you can on your death save. But that brings up Brody.
First thing I'm going to do is the D12 damage, lightning bolt damage to the Death Knight as my bonus action. And that's 10 points of that awesome green lightning bolt in his chest. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast. One beam at one of the shadows.
Okay.
And then see what happens there. So that's a 20 to hit.
Hits.
And 14 points of force damage.
All right. One of the shadows is already peeling away, like when you see ash floating up from something, from the radiance of this bag, the moonlight that's coming out of this bag. You see one disincorporated. And you see basically 3 like skirts, going around these things. And what you'll notice from the room, there are roughly like 9 knights laying on the ground. 5 of them, like 4 of them became the shadows, and 4 of them became skeletons to stand up. So there are, what did I say? 3. There's 3 shadows left.
Okay, and none of them have been hit yet.
Yeah, but what I will say is now one is starting to burn from the moonlight as they're holding the bag. But you can't, as you begin to fire again, the bag is gone. Right? So as the DM remembers that they can completely hide in shadow, right? Like the bag is now gone. So they took it. The bag is now somewhere in the darkness in there, but you got one. What I'll say is the next time we want to do those, you'll have to do a check to see if you can find them.
So if I want to hit, if I want to go for this,
it's
second
disadvantage. I'm sorry, you'd be shooting at disadvantage. Yeah. So thanks, St. Jude's, you hit him. Yeah.
All right, then I'll use my second bolt at the Death Knight.
Or you could, or a disadvantage on, you know what I mean, the shadows. I'm not trying to take you away from that. I forgot that there was another mechanic involved with that one. So you can shoot a disadvantage.
Well, let me hit another shadow then. I rolled a 27 to hit. I'll roll another to hit, and that's a 25 to hit. So it should
You're
fit
rolling
it.
like super one. Yeah.
I'm, and I'm rolling electronics. So there ain't no,
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, that's incredible.
yeah. And 12 points of force damage.
Okay. Since this thing started receiving it, you can tell it's, shadow bloodied. Like, you can see that it is now really suffering from holding this bag.
Okay.
Maybe one more shot would do it.
All right. So that'll be my turn. You see me like, yeah. You see me like just shake that lightning bolt, and it shoots like it does like a little force wave, and it hits the Death Knight, and then my other arm out to the side, and just at the shadows.
Okay. 3 skeletons are going to make their attack on Silas since he's there.
More skeletons for Silent.
The highest was an 18. Is a 18 hit? Okay.
Does not.
Okay, Brody. The one that's on you is still like, and just does a Jason the Argonauts on you. And that's 12 to hit. Right? Are Jason the Argonauts not your skeletons in a skeleton fight?
Of
I don't
course.
think anybody's ever done a better job than those skeletons, man. Like,
Yeah, those are great.
But anyways, he tried to raise the dead that he could, and yep, skeletons were what were available, and they tried hitting you, and not with much damage. But that brings up Silith.
I mean, I hate to try to kill us. But what is the
Make
best?
a religion check. Make another religion check. Your 20 is worn off. Or a DC 10 religion.
13.
So you begin to step in the room, and you get this feeling come over you of like a whisper of the offering of chance. You just hear in a very soft, feminine voice of Timora, the offering of chance. And you see, like, your eyes are moved towards the altar. Moonlight begins to spill across the altar from the bag, because there's 3 left. And you can just begin to see at the center of the altar, a coin begins to hover on the altar. Darren does not roar in any sort of rage. He doesn't taunt. His attack, as the bag begins to open, as you make this check, you can tell that some sort of process is occurring through you, more or less. That, you know what I mean? Like, you're a vessel for something, you know what I mean, to do its work. And then you see the still body of Cervantes.
Well, I know I got to get to the altar. So do I need to use my movement and action to get there?
You can go, you'll take the opportunity attacks from the, okay, cool. You want some skeleton opportunities?
I don't give a shit.
Go get them, boys. All right.
Man.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes.
9. Not
Ow.
maximum damage as a broadsword stabs you in your flank. You're leaving good old Cervantes you're out?
Yeah, I got a plan. I got a plan.
No plan. You make it to the altar. Are you there?
I go to the altar. Movement,
Yep,
action
you
to the
get
altar.
there. You feel
Yes.
yourself like an energy wanting to go to, like like a genuflect kind of posture, but in a non-subservient thing. Like, that is
Right.
you feel yourself needing to get into this pose, and then the rest of you get the sense that he's going into a sanctuary, but like
right before I do that,
okay,
grabbing my holy symbol and waving my hand around, clovers just fly out all over the room as I do mass healing word
Okay.
on the party.
Okay.
So I know that will at least heal Cervantes before he's killed again quickly.
Cervantes, as you come into consciousness, you remember standing from a dream. You see Silith taking a knee at an altar, and you can almost see a radiant image of yourself defending Silith's hallowed ritual. It was
Everybody heals
Deadman
9.
long ago. You feel it as well, Silith. You feel that you've seen this. You know what I mean, like before in a past one. It's
Everybody
Wednesday,
heals
we don't take
9 as clovers just kind of, they feel like there's something stuck in their teeth a little bit, and they're just pulling some clovers out of their teeth.
What I'll say is where the red mat is, the red carpet would be down the aisle, there is now a clovered um like pathway that goes like linear down the aisle straight up to it, like straight from your feet as you take a do you take a knee as you feel, or do you want to
Yes.
resist that? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As you do that, the coin, silver in color, spins quickly, and a bit of rainbow light begins to emanate, and the moonlight from the bag begins to catch the altar itself and cover the Death Knight. All right, that brings up.
Well, we know that whenever Silas ever performs the ceremony spell for a wedding, that the bride walks down to clover in the aisle, or the flower girl does clover instead of rose petals.
I see this coin, and all I can think of is the one-armed bandit, baby. Let's go.
Before this begins, you feel on your back, Cervantes. Did you pass off the heal number to everybody?
9 points to everyone.
Okay. You feel behind your back, Cervantes, get up, as someone grabs the back of your plates and stands you up from behind you. And you see the ungauntleted hands and light chainmail of Pier Pedro.
Pier Pedro!
With all of his might. And he, with his strength, lifts you and just basically falls. As you see him, like, bloodied, he puts his hand on your back and pushes you forward. And he's just like, you need to bring him peace. And he pushes you in the back and just kind of falls plot unconscious. Just don't, you know what I mean? There's cinema. But you can, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to overstep, you know, Tim cinema, Tim and them. But that brings up, Death Knight, who steps towards Brody as this moonlight hits him, and he begins to like become more lucid. His movement isn't as quick. He can't turn as fast towards Ignatius as a hand reaches behind him. He steps one step forward with this long, like, think of a claymore, and swings it. He says he doesn't leave your opportunity attack range, dear sweet Jeremy. He will swing the Dreadblade? Question mark. For his first swing. No shit, that's the second one I've tossed out today. So that's a 12. Does that miss you, Brody?
Yes.
He continues to heave this Zweihander around towards Ignatius as he's spinning around for these attacks. And I may have missed things, but you are still in melee, correct, Ignatius?
I think so.
For that one, because it was a 1, and I do like 1s and 20s, he saws that skeleton in front of you like in half. It just, the dude explodes.
Nice.
Because I got to take penalties for 1s as well, because I might drop one of you guys, and I'll feel bad if I don't drop one of you all. So 16 does a 27 hit, Ignatius.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I know. Stay with me.
Got a plus 11.
It'd be a plus 11.
12 slashing and 13 necrotic for a total of 25 damage. As this thing, as you were standing there, the swing keeps moving around, and you're hit by the hilt of this thing. And the hilt itself is gnarled with, like, it's built like a twig blight as well. Like this blade, everything is sharp all the way through it. His hands have like twigs coming out of it as well. Think of him almost like the Green Knight. If you watched it, I wasn't a huge fan because I couldn't see what was happening. I was like, I can't raise the brightness up enough to see this film. But anyways, so that hits you. It swings back around, Brody, for one more attack on you. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Is a 19 hit, Brody? You're just kidding.
It does. It does.
Ooh,
I don't have
okay.
a very high armor class.
All right, I'm gonna roll this out. Pray for Brody. All right. 2, 8, 2, 6. I rolled the first one in prep.
That means he rolled an 8.
Huh?
With a plus 11.
He has to roll a 6 or he has to roll a 5 or lower to miss me. He has a 75% chance to hit me.
21. So 10 slashing and 11 necrotic.
I'm resistant to all. I'm kidding.
Oh.
All right.
But this thing,
oh,
you just get sliced, and you look over and you meet eyes with Ignatius. That's like, he's pretty dazed. He took it to the, like, a hilt to the chin, and he's not moving throughout as well.
what was that? It was a 19 to hit. I still
Yes.
have this. I still have my blade ward up. So subtracted 4 from that.
I mean, dude, help me with math. Boop, 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 15.
Okay. All right. So then that does miss.
Okay.
And
Yeah. So
I
you
should
saw
have
the
that
light flash
yeah.
before your eyes. And he clumsily grabs a hold of this thing, and it's his listless, dead eyes, glowing red with this. You can start seeing, like, it's almost like antlered and crowned, coming out like an elm, but like blighted and hanging over, as he's swinging all nimbly bimbly. Hey, Ignatius, guess what?
Is he stealing my style? What's up with this? He can't steal my style. I'm the only horned one here.
Not true. I hear you. Sorry for the 19 viewers out there. We're trying to be good. All right. So that brings up Ignatius after that attack.
Oh, it's my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep attacking, I guess.
We got another $50 donation from someone.
Tuck.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Sorry, is anyone else adjacent to the Death Knight or just me?
I am.
Okay. And is Cervantes up or no?
I am up.
Okay.
Well, he's alive.
That's fair.
I'm there. I'm standing.
I'm sort of. I mean, I'm close enough to it.
Does an 11 hit?
No, sir.
Eee.
Do you want an advantage for that?
How about a
donation?
26?
Oh, yeah. That, like, yeah, I like to always say that hits Tiamat.
Thank goodness you get to have your sneak attack.
Yeah, because I haven't used it yet.
Move your fingers.
3 damage. Because I can't add my... Yeah, 3 damage. 7 damage.
I know that
Something
math.
else
That's
here.
10.
I think I said 7. 7
see my
damage. Was there rafters in here?
Yes. As you look up, you see fine oak tied to like stone. Think of like Temple Church. So there are stone kind of buttresses in there, but there's oak inlaid across to hang a circular I'm not saying like a chandelier, but a stone, like I'm sorry, an iron chandelier with like iron uh,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
chains.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to Misty Step
Okay.
away from him up into the rafters.
Okay.
And when I do that, I'm going to do my taunting Misty Step.
You said you did 10 damage?
7.
Okay.
And then with my taunting step, I'm just double checking. I think he has to, if he doesn't attack me. Yeah. So creatures within 5 feet of the space you left must make a DC 15 charisma save. Or have disadvantage on attacks against creatures other than me.
I think it's surprisingly high charisma. It looks at you in Chad. And it passed. Yeah. Wasted a nat 20 on that.
Okay.
Sorry. It goes like this. It's just like but
Well, it doesn't matter. I blip away, which is good.
okay.
And that's my turn.
You see Silas take his knee. There are 3 skeletons in front of you. And you hear the weight of oaths like pass over your ears. And you hear it as well, Silas. It reverberates for the whole adventuring party, the weight of oaths. As you see Shadow pressing in as Darren strains against the rising light. And you just hear him, my oath, and you can see him kind of fighting against something. You will need to make an offering, Silas, but for the thematics of it all, it's kind of what's occurring. But Cervantes, you're there. What would you like to do now that you're awake? Do 1,000 lay on hands?
Yeah, if I had it, I would do it. Seeing that vision of me protecting Silith, I'm going to walk through the skeletons.
Okay.
And I'm going. So since I get two swings, I'm gonna swing at one of them and use one of my attacks to hit one of the skeletons, and then use the other to hit Darren. Okay. So does that first one? It's a +8, 16 to hit.
Yes. Skeleton? I believe so.
Yeah. So that's 13.
Yep. Oh yeah. Crushed.
And then I walk
through.
Yeah, and then I walk through the other 2. I'm just boom and walk through the other 2.
Two of them missed, and one got a dirty 20. So none of them hit you.
Okay. And then I walk up to Darren, and I'm going to swing at him with a divine smite, And as I do this, I'm going to say, well, let's see if I'm going to use a luck point as well. Nice. So 17 plus 8, 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
So as I say this, as I swing, I was like, I do not strike you down, teacher. I strike to call you home. And as I do this, I'm gonna use a inspiring smite on top of this,
Okay.
which is gonna give everybody 16 temporary HP within 30 feet of me.
Dude.
So
Smart.
stand with me. The light was his before it was mine. You taught me to stand when fear won't leave, so stand with us again as a giant level 2 smite goes into him.
Okay.
So he takes 15 slashing.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Okay.
oh hell yeah, that's 2 8s and a 4, so 16, 20 radiant.
Okay.
Wow.
Get some. Sorry.
Yep. You come down and you strike him with this hit. Radiance flows through here and collapses in as the basilica is putting all of its might. You hear a cackle in the back of the basilica, and you hear it's almost time. Ready yourselves. You know that more moonlight is coming from the bag as another shadow is shredded. Right, there being 2 left, and the moonlight is like fighting its way through the basilica towards Sileth's body. It is trying to light Sileth on this. As the moonlight flows, you see a freshly laid effigy of a knight in like the bottom side of it, laying there with a shield, like in stone on its you know what I mean, like a knight with a shield, like laying in its final like pose, sitting there, and you get the sense that you just, you know what I mean, like as the light flashes over, that is Pete's, but you can tell that the tomb itself is nudged open, as if another unholy process was about to begin on Sir Dude. Anything else you'd like to do?
That is it. That's all I can do. That was a lot.
Brody, the Zweihander whipped around twice as you dip, duck, dodged. A skeleton gets exploded. You have skeleton viscera. You know what I mean? Like a nunchuck of a femur. You know what I mean? Like hanging on your shoulder, and the Death Knight is bearing down on you. Like he's slowly picking up his blade for another strike before he hits the rest of the party.
I'm gonna I am going to disengage for my action from him and move 30 feet away from him, as far as I can get from him, but not, but like away from the shadows. Wherever the shadows are, I'm moving the opposite direction.
Okay, so that's towards Sileth. As you move up, you see a green like aura around Sileth kneeling in prayer. You see a white radiant aura of Sileth back to back, or of Cervantes back to back to Sileth, almost like it's sitting there but not entered. Like it's an ethereal kind of image, and you see one of you with your back towards Silith, kind of standing like this, like like interposed between Silith and something, just
Okay.
briefly. But it's a dark teal kind of color of
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then, as my bonus action, I am going to shock. I'm gonna send another jolt through the lightning
Okay.
to the Death Knight, and that'll be 10 points of lightning damage.
More bark and stuff like that are shattering off him.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, Ignatius, you're up there with your bow. I didn't skip you this. No, yeah, because you jumped up there. A bit of like bark flies off as he shoots. It sprays up to and showers you a little bit. Brody, where'd you go on the map?
I'm not sure where everything is, but I moved away from the Death Knight, the opposite direction of the shadows.
Okay, you're kind of, for thematics, I'm going to put you in that position behind Silence.
Okay. Yeah. As far as I can get away, with my 30 feet of movement. Just, yeah.
The skeletons lumber forward, two of them left, and they're going to stab Cervantes in the back. Highest was an 18. Did you hear just a lucid, slapping of broadswords against your back? They're trying their best. All right. Skeletons, they're more like boners. Let's see.
They can be challenging at times. You don't have to be like that, Tim. Sometimes you need 6 rounds to fight a single skeleton. Man.
Also,
like
did you say skeletons can be boners?
Get it? Okay. Thanks.
I don't know about this.
Silas, you're sitting there in like your posture as the coin begins to spin rapidly, catching the light of Selene from the bag. It's almost like the bag is doing its own job, right? Because he pulled a little bit of the Tear of Selene crystal out. Make a wisdom save.
Okay. Shit.
Is that a good shit?
Do you want to use
No.
inspiration?
Yes.
I'll say this
Yeah,
being a
yeah.
critical round, this is the type of thing that if you could trade
Okay.
your
Okay.
whole channel divinity for the
Okay.
save if you needed to.
So
Okay.
Cardman did give us a
21.
party inspiration in the chat, so we can use that one as well.
Okay.
21.
20 was the magic number. You see the altar form a shadow of a crack as the light of the moonlight seals it. A Helmite sigil flares briefly in harmony with the moonlight. As you see this, full plated kind of, figure place a gauntlet in holding the altar in place and twigs that you didn't notice seeing there, twigs that were like part of like the shadow burst away to this idolically like clean altar. It even now has a cloth on top of it. You see Darren, like bits of bark and hardened iron and things like that start to crack as you hear him. Like he grips his sword and looks at you, Skylar, but he begins to, his eyes go from red to the blue that he had. Sadness grips over him as he brings his Zweihander above to strike you down. That's kind of your action, Silith, as you have to like hold these positions. But if there's anything else that you'd like to offer or do in this, you can hear something say, "The blessing has been cast."
So I just using my light prop to make myself brighter.
You look like Ark of the Covenant,
Right?
when the
Little,
dude's
little
just
light
like,
prop.
"Don't look into the light,"
Right?
and his face melts. That brings up the Death Knight in his final throw. You can tell that he's gripping with these twigs underneath his great helm, are covering his face. He'll make his first wild swing towards. Let's see who's left there. It's just Cervantes, correct?
It's me.
It's you.
Oh boy.
The 20. So that was close. He's actually going to step away. He's going to now, since he's swung, he's going to step towards the altar as cackling in the back is enticing him to finish the cleric. So you can get an opportunity attack in as he pulls away. And yep, he was hoping to.
I'm gonna use one of my luck points to give you disadvantage on this.
Okay.
If you're swinging at me.
So
he hasn't got you yet.
24 to hit.
Hits.
Oh fuck yes. 17 slashing. I wish I had.
He looks like he's like dented yet.
Oh yeah. I'm saying piece. I'm trying to be theatric about like his bloody, right? Like his armor is falling, but like bark skin's underneath it. This blighted bark skin from some sort of creature that is in the behind this. As a matter of fact, you can see this tall shadow, almost looking like the Deathly Hallows shadow, like looming over the back of this thing. And Ignatius, you start feeling it like almost like petting your shoulder, and just like, the power is yours, and the cleric, just like whispering in your ear, Ignatius. I took the damage. Here's the roll for Silith. It's gonna be 28 to hit.
Can I intercept that?
That was with disadvantage?
Yes. It's a plus 11. I'm sorry, pal. You can intercept it.
I'm gonna intercept it.
And then you have to roll to take the interception, right?
Yep.
9. 10.
Where is it? Intercept. There we go.
It is 10 slashing, 12 necrotic. Total of 22.
So I'll take 7 of the slashing off.
So 3 slashing, 12. That's 15 total damage. Silith.
So
I still amongst the living.
So I am still amongst the living.
Silith amongst the living.
No, I take the damage. I'm taking the damage.
Ooh, fantastic. The blade swings through, because I like this multi-attack being like it's just hitting 1, 2, 3 of you. So Brody,
I disengaged just to get away from him, and he followed me.
sorry, Dungeons and Dragons, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, you missed the opportunity attack. He runs over and he swings. I'm thinking of 24 hits.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and a D4 isn't going to do anything to that.
Oh.
I've only got one more round of it anyway.
Yeah, I keep rolling the same thing. It's 10 slashing and 11 necrotic.
Okay.
Silith, it is
That brings
15
up-
damage. I don't take that damage.
Ignatius, your turn.
So the whispering voice wants me to shoot.
Silith.
What?
do I have a sense of what I get if I do?
Oh, so since you're asking, you get an image of yourself perched on a dripping like tree blighted with rotten mushrooms, and you have amazing like a cloak that just disappears in anything. You see this blade that's in your hand, the shadow blight. You've just got like a necklace full of trophies of death. You see a room where there's just coinage everywhere, and a portal that leads into Waterdeep from this lovely mansion that you get to live in.
Wow. Door number
What-
one or door
What is
number
the name
two?
of your that you picked for the autumn fae? The fae of
Oh, she
it's
sugar.
Lysandra, and it's not like Lilith.
It's a good
It
question,
just-
dude. Hang on, I gotta.
Oh, I'll go to pinned. Sorry. I think it's in pins.
Did we pin it?
I think you did. We did not. We did not.
No,
Fun.
Lysandra the Summer Fae.
Oh, so Lysandra's the good one.
Yeah.
I forgot what the name of the bad one was. That's what I'm forgetting right now. I got it. I think I got it. Here.
I've got that around here somewhere too.
I thought Lysandra was the bad one.
Yeah, well,
Lysandra's
the
the bad one.
original notes that I have to Tim say
Lysandra's
Lysandra the Summer Fae.
Lysandra is rumored to be a cast-off handmaiden of Queen Ariel, or an exiled consort of the Prince of Frost.
Oh, that is the bad guy. At some point, we've mixed up the names.
I think so. Dude, that's why I'm like so off. I just want to make sure I'm saying the right things.
Yeah, I think Lysandra is the bad one.
She's the baddie. We'll just say the autumn fae for now for the goodie until we come up with a name again, okay?
It's here somewhere, I promise you.
I know.
Yeah, it is Lysandra is the bad one. Lysandra of the Withering Veil.
The Blooming Dawn.
No, I think that's the Blade's name.
Saralith. Saralith is the good one. Got it. Give me advantage. Got
Ta-da!
it.
See? We got there.
This is clearly Lysandra offering you like all the powers. Don't make me call on the horsemen to do this work. There is a great prize to be had. As she tries to move your head towards the back, like you can look out the back of the stained glass, and you see like a shimmering pond. But what I will say you see, as she turns your head, you do see blighted roses in a hedge, a missing space, and blighted roses. Don't be a fool. The moment is yours. This death knight is nothing compared to what you can be. Please, my dear champion, my love, join me.
It kind of
So-
snaps me out of it when she says please, because that's almost begging, and she's never done that before, which means I feel like we've got her by the curlies, the short and curlies here. So at that point, I'll shoot the Death Knight.
Okay. As she pulls
I'm
away,
gonna use my steady aim to give myself advantage, and I'm gonna hopefully pop a cap in his ass. Do we need magic to hit him? Because I don't have that with ranged. Anyway. Oh, fuck. 26 to hit.
hits again. TMI.
It's not magic though. Oh, and I rolled minimum damage. I want to roll.
It's not
You
magic.
still get.
It's not magic, so does that? I don't know if that means he has resistance or, but
Actually, no.
11 damage with the arrow.
Okay.
I shot an arrow in the sky.
Okay.
And that's it.
Your rose on your hand tightens, and you can feel it twisting on you, and like one like fire damage as this thing burns into you. And think of it as compounding additive damage as you start hearing her just heave insults at you as the shadow pulls away, as you feel power pulling away from you. And that brings up Cervantes.
Huh. I am going to. So he's moving towards Silith, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am getting directly in front of him. And as you described, put my back to Silith and say, Darren, this isn't you. We finish this now, and swing in using a luck point for advantage. And a 26 to hit.
Oof, yep.
With a level 2 Divine Smite and Inspiring Smite again. So that's a 3, 9, 14 slashing. And where's my d8s? There's d8s. 7, 14. 17 radiant.
Oh, boy.
And everybody gets 10 temporary hit points. If you didn't,
So that overwrites our other.
no.
You can't have.
If you
Tep don't stack.
no, it doesn't stack. So if you had the 16 before, you still have 16.
It doesn't stack, but it doesn't replace it. It only replaces it if it's higher than what you already
Right,
had.
right.
Oh, I see.
So Silith would have 10. Yeah. And I am standing
10.
I am standing in front, back to back with you, in front of Darren.
Yep. You take your position. Silith holds and patiently takes whatever damage he needs to do, fulfilling the hallow as he bade, or he was destined to do. Ignatius, you have not necessarily given up your patronage, but you have betrayed or did not follow your patronage. And you, Brody, have stood back to back with your friend. As you stand up face to face with this Death Knight that is Darren, right? Looking at you, and you smite him. How would you like to smite him? How would you like to do it?
Whew. Man. I'm going to be pretty quiet about this and just say, forgive me, but I remember who you were, as I just pump as much radiant energy from Tyr into Darren. And just an explosion of radiance emanates through the basilica.
As you rip through the bark and the iron, his body shrinks down to his normal, form as he looks up, as the moonlight begins to just bellow into this place from the bag of holding, as you hear the last shadow sear. Helm, I never left my post. He looks down to you kind of sullenly, as if ghostly form, climbing up to all of you, Thank you for relieving me. I did fulfill my oath, as he begins to lift and dissipate into the moonlight. You hear something, Stylith, in the back of your ears. We've got it from here. As you hear these powerful voices coming from like the heavens in your trance, you see the basilica full of light. You see Pete, other knights standing in the room in their tabards. The room kind of looks clean as you see them kind of piercing a shadow or bursting a undead. You see a 20-foot tall knight stand with this silvered armor. All of you guys now see this too, with a silvered, bright armor, shunt out his hands inside the basilica, and the waves of shadow push out of the room. The tear of Selene falls from the bag and forms into a bell. The bell floats like radiance up and through the hold. You see an image, Ignatius, of beams inside the Sylvan temple from long ago, as you see a hole that was created where a gold bell once held. And this bell seems to be of the image of the same bell that you guys smuggled from this like long ago. It forms, and a magical,
no idea what you're talking about.
a magical celestial bell with shining light. A beam from Selene strikes the holy chime and passes to the back of the basilica to a lone fountain. The bell moves up, the beam hits, and the line moves back to that pond that you saw, Ignatius. The beam strikes the pond, and you see a small circlet. There you hear shrieking, as from a blighted branch, a druidic witch with pustules and boils darts tendrils and vines into the pond, snatching the crowns. I have it! You see this witch like standing there from beyond. The door that you've seen in your dreams is before you. Beyond it is light pouring into this blighted room, and you see this witch snatching up this like it's like a just ripping out like a circlet out of it, as if a ritual was to be cast, and this is the only way to find this object. As you hear bellowing, wicked laughter that strikes at your heart, Ignatius, as if you had just been a puppet to do exactly the ritual that was going to find this exact crown. As is in your ears, you are going to be a tool one way or another for me. As you just feel the branches of these like thorns, the vines of the roses, like just gripping you and twisting you for another like one fire damage. The laughter is echoing everywhere inside this. You are always so wise, great sister. Your dark prophecy rings true. They will never have it. They will never have a king with this. As she begins to dart towards a massive willow stump. Nobody stands in the way of the whispered one. As you hear this great shadowed hag begin to pour back into this stump. Fools. The room is empty. Light is beginning to pour across. The smoke, the ash is pouring away. But in the back of this like almost like a garden, action is occurring. Whose turn is it? It's now, I believe it's Brody's turn.
It is. I'm going to first. I'm going to hit the old lightning bolt.
Okay.
What?
the lightning bolt on the
He's
Death
dead.
Knight? Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
done.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So
But
that falls.
imagine everything being dark. You can now see kind of out the back of the stained glass of like the back of the basilica, and now see like a fountain and a pond. In this map, you can kind of see the corner of the pond. I'm not moving stuff around because we're in live action here.
Okay. And so the tier came up, and there's nothing else in the cathedral then, or the temple, that I can see to hit.
Nope. Yep. Everything's turned
Everything's gone.
undead and
All right.
exploded from the presence of. You felt like Helm was literally in this room for just like a moment, and
Okay.
Helm's got to go back to work. Matter of fact, I was going to add something.
Are we? So guys, are we headed out to that pond, or what are we doing now?
I have one last thing before we move out. But I will
Okay.
not. I will not leave you alone.
I am going to.
You see probably 10, 50, 100 like twig blights that were creating this sphere around what was the back of this place are now falling and funneling into this stump. They're all like charging.
Okay.
It's just like a bunch of ants, a bunch of spiders. All of these twig blights are moving to this place as shadow begins to bellow and collapse into this thing. You see this hag kind of fall back into it as well, with her head
Okay.
turned and moving into shadow.
All right, then I'm going to hit that with 2 shots of the Eldritch Blast. Then,
Okay.
if I can get a shot at it.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. There is one larger creature there. It's this big balding Hulk with like one bulbous eye. It's like an abomination of sorts. It's just this Feywild creature. If anybody's seen a Fomorian before, but this massive like creature is sitting there, and it's like trying to cover this other witch to kind of leave, and gaping open this willow stump.
So at that hag or witch or whatever it is, I hit a 28 to hit and then a 23 to hit,
It's
and 6 points of damage. Oh, that was the wrong. It should have been a damage, and then 11 points of damage.
she moves. She begins to run. She calls out her hand as a broom that you guys have seen before that was on the basilica snatches into her hand. You know, she places it between her legs and gets hit with these eldritch blasts and begins to like, fly forward into the stump with these armies of twig blights. Some are a little bit taller than others, and this great Fomorian just scoops up a bunch of them as if like brotherly love or something, and begins to step one leg into this thing. That brings up Silith.
Okie dokie. So the altar is now pretty much good to go. Like nothing to do with that.
Yep, it begins to look clean, and there was an image of Helm before you, which is kind of a boon in itself. You stand up and you see this like just like all of what was behind this thing blighting this place is pouring back into the stump.
And is the other, I guess, witch out there that I see? Or no?
Like just moving into the stump, like she's just about to fly herself through. Druids can pass through trees. This is like anti-druid version of this, as this tree is dead and she's about to pour through.
I mean, I could hit her with a spell, but that's not going to kill her probably because we haven't hurt her, right?
Yep. No, I mean, there was a little bit of damage from, well, not a little bit, a respectful amount of damage from Brody. Don't want to diminish your work.
Well, in that case, let me hit her with a spell then. I will cast a guiding bolt at her. Second level.
Okay.
Why not?
Give her the good stuff.
16 to hit.
So you fire this.
Mhm.
The broom, you hit the broom, it spins. She comes off the broom, falls into this hole, right? And the Fomorian scoops in more twig blights as they pour into this thing. And you hear in the distance, "Another failure! Ignatius, you're a failure! I'll summon the Duke to do my work! Duke!" As you hear this, as this nightmare appears, this blue helm with wings on its side, with red eyes beaming out, staring across, this massively striated. This is what you get if you do 100 donations, or $100 worth of donations. You see, in all his wicked glory, the War Duke reach down, grab this crown, place it in his side. Look at all of you. Unfortunate that we had to cross paths this way. As his horse like disappears into the ephemeral plane. The stump lies there. The blights, without the magic of its vile druid, we can come out of combat if you'd like. The roses are there, but they have fallen over. You see petals falling to the ground, but light, daylight that you haven't seen in a long time. The smoke becomes purified as this bell floats high above the basilica and radiates long-lasting, eternal light. Moonlight, white, beautiful moonlight, and you can see bits of grass coming out of the ash, but the power of Selene, the power of Timora, and the power of Helm dissipate the ash in a green pasture. There is ruin here. There is holes. There is a broken door from the basilica because the damage was done. The knights bow and fade away. As you guys see outside the windows, you see from the distance where this blighted land was, where these mazes and labyrinths were. You see 5 hippogriffs bust finally out of this blighted place. You see one of the hippogriffs, as they move fast towards you, is Lady Gario. Behind, a strong bearded, full plate mailed knight, very thick chest, blackish reddish hair, with a shield of the Order of the Gauntlet, a battle axe on his hip, and a long broadsword, walks straight up to you. And he's like, "These lands have been overtaken by shadow. We were in the bloody forest for it felt like a week. You came to defend Ontar Frume's Helm's Hold. I am in debt." As his plates begin to like clap against, the floor of Helm's Hold. So we'll take a quick break as I refix myself for out of combat mode. Grab a quick, soda or something, and we'll come back to this real quick and go to a little bit of a peaceful time.
rest on the breeze, voice in the silence, promise that seafares. We walked as blades in shadows name, drank from the well of silent shame. The sand knew truths we dared not face. Our past a curse we can't erase. The stars remember every scar, yet still we climb no matter far. We walk the edge where shadows weave, bound to darkness, yet we believe. Sands bear witness to hope unseen. Rise from the ashes, ashes redeemed, ashes redeemed. Let fire speak where silence grew. Let blood remember what is true. We do not kneel, we do not run. The desert waits and we become. We walk the edge where shadows weave, bound to darkness, yet we believe. Sands bear witness to hope unseen. Rise from the ashes, ashes redeemed. Ashes redeemed. We're creeping in the shadows, eyes like fire. Razor claws in the dark, they're coming higher. You feel the chill, you hear the hiss, but when you turn around, it's the end of bliss. Murder badger, it's a sneak attack. Murder badger.
All right. So we're back. That's it. How we doing? Everybody okay? All right. Some of you survived. All right. So the 5 hippogriffs are kind of 3 of them are parked outside, and there's a posture of we're the knights with these people, kind of Frume's Anthar Frume's cover. Anthar's in there in very much command of the situation. Matter of fact, Lady Gariel is back and to the left of him, as if there are leaders of the realm. He's like the, you know what I mean, like one of the heads of the. Oh my gosh, you get you get inspiration for clover glasses. Oh man, that's so, yeah.
Goddamn right.
Um,
Gotta keep changing it up, getting better, you know.
But Anthar is not, he begins to steady because he sees what happened here. He begins to look around at the bodies of so many knights from this bastion of the Order of the Gauntlet. And what I'll do now, I'll stay in a bit of initiative order. Ignatius, you're hidden still. You're watching this stuff happen. You are in the rafters. Your hand is now like another 2 fire damage. as regardless of everything seeming peaceful, like tinnitus in your ear, you're being laughed at, you're being goaded. Um, uh, you get the sense that in only a moment you're going to lose the feeling of your own voice or lose your all of your levels in Warlock. You feel yourself wanting to say, "I'm a liar. I'm not a murderer. Everything that I've done is by the will of Lysandra." You're like gulping down. You're about to explode with all of your life.
I'm just gonna like fuck that, and I will uh the first rose that she put on me, like down by my hand, and everything grows from there. I'm just going to put my hand down on the rafter and cut it off.
Your
Let
arm?
my hand. I'll just swing Howl Blight to take my hand off at the wrist where she first originally touched me.
Howl Blight does not follow your command at all. Howl Blight does not like it is. You can roll damage, right? Like, but it does not. It is dulled. It is a piece of wood.
Did I see him do that?
Nope.
Do you want me to do damage?
I will say it doesn't. And another mock towards you. This thing is a stick. You think I would bless you with that? There is in this moment a swirl of leaves that like appears on the stump. Like autumn leaves in warmth. You know what to do, Ignatius. Don't let her laugh at you. The warmth of our patronage could heal where she blights. Heal with me. Heal the Feywild.
Well, I guess I'll move to the stump then. I got my boots of striding and leaping, so I can just sort of like bounce through the rafters and out the back door.
For your agency, do you want anybody to see this?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay, Brody, since you said that, you saw him like beating, like you see Howlblight, and as he goes to strike himself and mutilate himself, the thing breaks into a branch, which is very similar to the branches that were blighted. You can make your own. Go ahead and make an insight check on that, since he doesn't care.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Some sort of it in your mind, maybe some trick happened to his weapon that turned it into one of the blighted branches. You don't have it, but you're like, that's weird. Ignatius, you run by it was bubbling in mud, and then it starts bubbling in, I love the music. It starts bubbling in pure water. This fountain, as you walk by it, you're stepping on twigs that want to move. Their last movements of being a twig blight, but their power is gone. The twigs are falling around you, and you move to this stump. The stump is empty with like soil in it.
Okay. I guess I still have the bulb or whatever that she gave me, so I'll jam that into the dirt.
When you punch the bulb into the soil, Brody, you see this silent. Maybe you're like, who wants to have? Because he doesn't care who wants to see this. So Cervantes probably on duty, like about to do something, but you guys can all see this. You see him punch this, and for a moment, Nothing happens. And then a green, like, sprout comes out. Just one. It blossoms into a very simple pink rose as crack, 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 crack. The tree forms out of the ground. It is light in color, a very light colored bark, stands 10, 20, 30 feet above you, sprouts these massive bows, lines of willow greens come down as sprouts of beautiful pink roses emanate everywhere from this massive willow that sprouts these beautiful roses. The hedges, the flowers begin to shed their shadow, and the hedges around you have the pink roses themselves. Inside of this tree, a small fissure opens, and beyond you see darkness. But from beyond this, like from the inside of this tree, you see the hilt. And you passed this to me a while ago. And can you do me a favor, describe the sword that you see?
Shit, dude, you might have better notes on this than I do. Hold on a second.
I got you.
Hang on, I think I got him. Hold on. Let me see. That's my bad sword.
Yep. You remember it as the whispering blade of blooming dawn.
Oh, Whisper Song, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. And for the reason why I asked you to describe it, because it's Jeremy's toy, right? So you tell me what you see in this moment.
Yeah, I think it's like it's sort of got a brilliance to it. It glitters in the little bit of light that catches it, and it has. I think it's like a twin of Howlblight. That Howlblight was like, but where Howlblight had like, maybe like skulls or like sort of like very metal looking stuff. This one has much more sort of softer edges, with the exception of the blade, of course. But yeah, the hilt has a blooming flower at the base of it, and sort of like vines that make up the crossguard. So he'll pull that out.
Cervantes.
So
Like you've got. Oh, go ahead.
No,
you got something going? All right.
No, I was just
gonna
responding to something real quick.
Yeah.
So kind of how I picture this, Cervantes was moving towards the altar with Sir Dude's shield, and seeing Ontharr Frume kind of barrel up towards him, and he stops in his track and lays the shield on the altar, and then walks up to Frume to introduce himself. I'm Cervantes de Valvierno, Knight of the Order, bearer of a name once worthy of this gauntlet, and follower of a code that keeps me honest when courage fails. The sacred code as I understand it: stand when others fall, protect before you strike, and never let a story die if it carries the light forward. I know my code is unorthodox, but it has led me through darkness and brought me here to serve. If I am worthy, I stand with the gauntlet. If I am not, then I will keep trying until the code says otherwise. And I present my hand, the gauntleted hand.
Oh yeah, he He clasps all the way through and just pulls you in just slightly. And he's like, "You're returning a shield to a fallen knight. This young man," and he picks up um, Pier Pedro, "helped us get through that blighted forest. Said you were returning a shield. You return that shield," and he points over at the effigy. We'll place it in there together. That's an important tomb. I think there's a shield in there just for you." He walks over with his massive strength, slides it over. You see a golden shield with a horse on it. Seems you're a bit of a cavalier yourself. This shield is a horse, is the shield of the cavalier. It's been here in the basilica for many years. It looks like the basilica owes you one. And he picks it up, and he moves his hand like, place the shield on Pete. Like you're gonna replace the shield that went on Pete. Yeah. Looks like Darren gave him a proper shield to protect, but he can have his shield back.
Well, I want to say a prayer, but I don't think this is the right time to do it.
It's like,
but I'm actually kind of speechless at this point.
This is a tricky gadget. I don't know what it's gonna do. And he hands it to you. You know what I mean? It's like a kite, kind of a kite shield. You know, like a classic. Well, it's not like it's a classic shape of a shield. You can look up Shield of the Cavalier. But as he passes it to you, and you grab it, it affixes to your gauntlet. It pours itself in your gauntlet as your gauntlet bears a picture of the horse on it. It's like, that's interesting. Well, looks like you are destined for a great sword all along. So your gauntlet it is now the Shield of the Cavalier.
Cool.
That being said, you've done a great service to the Order of Gauntlet. I'm assuming you'd like to continue that path?
Of course. If it allows me to follow the path of Sir Darren and Sir Pete, I'd follow those two anywhere.
He looks back and he's like, Lady, Hawklight, these type of knights are going to be following him, aren't they? And she's doing her job, holding two griffins, and she kind of nods. You see a golden-haired, like, full-plated knight kind of look on, and there's another knight next to her, like, kind of dark-skinned, and you hear her mutter a name to him, and he kind of flies off to kind of do a quick patrol. Well done. Hey, you better take a kneel if you don't mind.
Startled, cocks his head to the side and then kneels.
Any others want to take knighthood in the order? He gives you guys a chance, at least a blessing. And he looks over at Lady Gariel and he's like, some of them must be with you. Well, you can take care of them in a moment. He puts one blade on your right shoulder. With Helm protect. He moves it to the left. With Tyr be just. Rise, Knight of the Guard. Marshan. Oh, I didn't get your name. Marshan,
Cervantes. Del Valvierno.
Marshan Cervantes. He reaches into his behind his breastplate, and he pulls out a white feather that's like as heavy as lead, and he's like, "This will bear your mark as the Marshan." And then he reaches into his pocket as well, and he's like, "Hopefully this empty vial, you use a little bit of that fountain. That's some good holy water back there for wherever you're heading next." It's an empty vial made from stained glass. Brody, you see Lady Gariel kind of like nod, and just kind of bring you over to the side. She's like, oh, Silith, I see you've done well yourselves. There's a moment where you kind of are both walking in the garden together as kind of things kind of occur. She thanks you for all you've done for the Harpers. Silith openly, right? She's talking to Silith, right? Because she's waiting for Brody to reveal himself, but she's speaking to Silith. Silith, you could do an insight check to see if she's being coy or not. But
Insight, I'm good at that.
well, you're the cleric. You can be wise and then make your choice.
Yeah, I rolled a 4, so that gives me a
Oh
10.
no! Okay, you don't pick up.
I'm gonna lean into her and I'm gonna say, it's okay. I have no reason to hide my association with the Harpers from these guys. We fought together, we bled together. I have nothing to hide from them.
I'm going to use some of the proper Forgotten Realms book that just came out. And she's like, I think this is wise in the future, one of you being open about being a Harper, and one of you being more of an agent of the Harpers. A little,
Okay.
This could work, but you fully well knowing, Silith, that you are both what did I say? Bright candles? Whatever renown level 2 is. It escapes me. I'll grab it in a second. Page 160. She has 2 knapsacks. And she mentions to you that you guys, the Harpers, have other schemes. There are personas that most Harpers know who are bright candles. We're going to say bright candles for right now. I think it's Night Owl or something like that is the level 2, but I don't want that to ruin the story. You, Silith, I pass to you Rusty Reba, a rowdy smith with a folksy accent, filthy fingernails, and a quick temper. And there's like a costume in there that seems pretty easy to apply, right? Like, and she describes to you how to, she's like, so basically you can take on this persona, like flawlessly. And for you, Brody, it's interesting that Silith is the cleric. Why am I using this voice for Lady Gariel? It's interesting that he takes to Rusty Reba, as you will be Father Tamino, a morose priest of Amontor, Helm, Shantea, or another well-known deity that you choose, who offers somber counsels in a monotone voice. And I can pass you a little bit more of these, but bottom line is if you act as Father Tamino, or if you act as Rusty Reba, Harpers will know who you are, right? And like you'll gain access to things, but it's like it'll be like a perfect persona because these are vetted characters in cities, right? They've been placed. People will expect a Rusty Reba or a Father Tamino for both of you. She's like, I'm not without baubles for your success, as you did ask for some armor, and you did something very noble. And I think, as she taps this blade on your hip, I think destiny has found you. For you have found a moonblade. You are destined for greatness. As she reaches and finds this chain that's in her hand, and she passes you elven chainmail. But for you, Silith, in your great help as a cleric of Tymora, I hope this ever-smoking bottle and this spear that is from Helm's Hold. And she hands it to you. It's got the top of the spear has like a sword knot hanging from the top of the spear, like you'd see maybe Mongols having or whatever. There's like a bit in from the bottom is a coin. There's a coin dangling from it. It collects, blood or whatever. But this is it's enspelled with True Strike, and I hope this and this ever smoking bottle will bring you good luck. And she looks over at the tree in this fissure. And you guys can take your rest from here, take your agency, and use up a little bit of more of the time to ask any questions or whatnot. But you are all level 7 as well. So you can clearly tell that Lady Gariel and Frume are staring at this fissure. So I'm gonna hold like NPCs as the chapter opens, and you get the sense that you're stuck around the boundary of the basilica itself, right? And you know that this fissure, Ignatius, Brody, you've seen this as well. This fissure leads to what you've seen as imagery of the Shadow Wild, an upside down of the Feywild that is being turned over by this hag. Your next steps, clearly. I haven't much time. That wicked duke that you saw is forming an army towards Waterdeep. We'll get these hippogriffs back with our dear sweet Mirren up there, who's doing a quick study of the terrain and finding our way home.
Oh, Mirren.
Now that we can see above these shadows. So I'll pass it over to you guys if you guys have any last questions or anything before we head on to the next. And we wrap it up for the evening. Any closure?
I'm gonna make my way over to Ignatius and kneel down next to him and just are you okay, brother?
Yeah, he's sitting leaning against the stump maybe, and he's got a very different sword in his lap. I don't know.
I saw you hit yourself with your sword, and then what's going on?
Are the marks still there?
I'm going to give you the chance to tell me if they turn into pink roses and you retain, you know what I mean? Like, do you swap your patronage to Lysandra? This is what you'll bring back to me the next session is how this transition kind of occurs.
I think then maybe he looks at his hand and the marks are not as defined as they used to be. They've maybe lost, they faded a bit.
Maybe tell me over the next session how you flavor the next patronage upgrade. Yeah, so you don't have to rush it right now.
Well, I tell Bertie that I thought I could sort of cut her out of me.
What?
Did it? Your patron?
Yeah.
Did it work?
I don't hear her right now. Well, no, she took that away from me too.
The sounds of the tinnitus and the screaming and the laughter, when you try to hear what you would listen to reach towards the hag, you now hear bluebirds, soft wind, and you smell fresh roses.
I think he likes that, but he doesn't let that on because that is way too soft for him right now.
I take it back. You hear blue jays.
But that is a horrible sound. That is a horrible sound if you've ever heard of blue jay caw. But anyway,
it's true.
Yeah, no, he doesn't let on that he's hearing different things. He just says he doesn't hear her anymore.
Okay. If are you in search of a new patron, or do you have a new patron already?
I feel like he gives you a sort of a crooked grin, like the wheels are already turning on that.
Okay.
But he doesn't. He just says, "We'll see."
I've got your back.
Brody, what you see is there was a darkness about Ignatius. He seems as if the cracks are now kind of filled. There is not, like glowing, but there's just something that is, he looks like healthy.
A
You know what I
shift
mean?
in a shift in the shadows around him, maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
I will say, I like this direction.
Well,
I I just I want you to be
it'll
happy.
take some getting used to.
Okay. I just want you to be
Tyler?
happy.
Silith, any parting things? There are NPCs about. There are anything, you know what I mean? Like there's a basilica. Is there anything that what I guess I'll do is like before you guys you do feel a pull to enter this vision, right? To head
Right.
to the next thing. There'll be time to rest. This is, you know what I mean? Like monks will return that were lost in the woods and things like that. So I will start with let's see. We'll start with you, Silas, to be like, where do you kind of want to go, and then I'll go around the horn for to let me know, to kind of build into, hey, this is what I would like to do over the next couple days before we on to the next. Does that make sense?
Right. Well, after our battle and as all this has gone on, I would walk over to Cervantes to be, put my hand on his shoulder and, sort of nod at him and kind of encourage him that, we kept the faith and we were able to take care of this evil. And I appreciate you standing by my side and, working with me as my vision showed to help you in your faith and become stronger that way. And you have helped me survive the death knight, not taking my head off. Appreciate that. And I think our little team is really molding together quite nicely. Don't you agree?
I would have to agree that between the power of Tybora, Tyr, and now Helm backing this team, we can't fail.
I've lost track of how many times you're blessed now, to be honest.
I think it's 8.
Probably.
I don't know how to say that. The 8 times blessed.
Hey, you can call yourself the Ocho. I think it's going to work out.
He's octo
I'm
knight.
in. No. Cervantes, the Ocho.
Right? And then obviously the last time I saw Lady Gariel, she was in really bad shape that we saved her. So is she looking, I mean, I know that we talked, about the Harper stuff, but does she look shaken still, or does she look like her faith is strengthened even more?
She looks very restored. As a matter of fact, she's like, when this is over, do you think you could return to Helm's Hold and maybe bring Timora's fortunes to Helm's Hold?
Absolutely.
She's like, okay. She has one like vestment on her. She's like, I think Henry would allow this. And she's like, Henry is our dear sweet Archbishop from Waterdeep. And she takes off her vestment like that you know what I mean? That it's like just hangs over your neck, and she puts it over, your shoulders, and she's like, I think Helm's Hold could use a bishop. It's clearly Neverwinter doesn't have one. When you return, I think you'd make a great clergyman for the Lord's Alliance.
I'd be honored.
You're doing Timora's work. I must return to Waterdeep. She's like, she reaches and she hands a bandolier of 5. She's like, this is all I could find of 5 health potions. It's like a 5, you know what I mean? Like, like vials in one thing. She's just like, use these wisely. But is there anything you want to do over the next, we'll say, 2 days of rest? That tell me in chat, right? If you can't think of anything right now.
Okay.
Cervantes.
I would only continue to say a prayer to Sir Dude, and let Silith know that he has the backing of the Order of the Gauntlet at Helm's Hold at any time, obviously.
Yep.
But now with Helm's Hold and Thornhold, we have a stronghold on the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
Horrible. Horrible.
The night begins to end as you guys go into your long rest. You're like your first long rest. You hear monks sweeping up the floor, some glass and things like that. We'll close. So like Brody, is there anything that you want to do over the next? We're transitioning to like a long table. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somewhere where like food is kind of being served. Is there anything you wanna?
I'm gonna do some not the technical term, but I'm gonna like be communing with my patron.
Okay.
Doing some stuff along those lines. Looking at my Eldritch invocations, things like that.
Okay. All right. And Ignatius, any last things?
I think he's pretty. It turns a little inward. Are we taking? Is there a camp being set up here or anything like that?
I mean, think about the basilica. It's small on the map, but it's pretty large. There's like rooms where monks and deacons and things like that would sleep. So there are rooms. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't go to room. I don't go to a room. I think Ignatius stays at the stump.
Okay.
And maybe I haven't. Ignatius hasn't done this for a very long time.
It is a massive willow tree that you can see almost over the horizon, like this. Think of
it grew.
Yeah, think of
I
that
missed
critical
that.
role tree.
I know the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a willow with like think cherry blossoms, but like with roses just streaming down the willow branches.
Yeah, I stay at the tree then. And I think he hasn't like played his fiddle in a very long time, so I feel like he like plays his fiddle under the tree and sort of just enjoys a little bit of time to himself, maybe.
Okay. I'm gonna do you a favor that you did to Lanalan as you did this as well. A small fairy comes out of the tree and just sits on your shoulder. It sheds off some shadow and it looks at you. And it just sits there. And it kind of gives this like, it likes the song, but it just sits on your shoulder. Like,
But it looks disdain. Like it looks at me with disdain.
for a second, but you get the sense that it is called to serve you, right?
Okay.
But it's just kind of like you're this person that it's its new roommate, and it sits there as you play this lute, and as it wants to not like you, I'm gonna say it likes the sound of when you play your instrument. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm improvising, but I think as you play it, This is the way it calms it down and it comes back to you. Yeah.
A
Did I
raging
get
fairy.
everybody? Did I leave anybody out? Salith, did you get something that is everybody kind of wrapped up? All right, so you guys are level 7, right?
Woohoo!
What we'll go through in the next session is you'll go through a sequence of potential vivid dreams, and when you come out of it, what new powers do you have, right? Like what is something that you kind of changed? We'll tell the audience next week, and then at the end of the session, right, or mid or whatever, you'll enter this upside down of the Feywild, and you can see through it. You can see what's going on in there, and it is just rotten, dripping swamp. You'll see like a depressed satyr kind of walking by, and taking if he had like a lute himself, he smashes against a tree and stuff like that. But where you guys are at right now, happy. So you get like 2 days of like sunlight, and then you're back into it. So I like to give your characters a rest and your personalities a rest. So, all right. We raised some money tonight. We got 15 dudes still watching. I really appreciate everybody out there hanging out. We've got tomorrow night a fantastic session. We have Mo, Ash, and Kate gonna get crushed by are we fighting a wraith right now?
No.
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe. If we do something wrong, and Kurt, we're raiding into.
We're going deep in the ground, and we'll see what happens down there.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We got to go find the dude. Yeah, we're gonna go mess with that tomb. That's right. Yeah. I got to read my notes.
It'll be great.
And then the next thing we got going on, we'll raid into Darling Creepshow, our good old buddies, and then we'll raid into, or then we'll start our Sunday session, which is a 5-hour session. It's gonna be a long dungeon crawl as they fight the first. If you're familiar with Thayan lore, they're gonna fight a Thacreon. It's like a sub, like a count. If the Zalkirs are governors, this is like a lieutenant of a Zalkir. So they're gonna face one of their first OP with Skylar. It's gonna face the first OP Thayan. You know what I mean? and it's an interesting Thayan. You're gonna be like, what? What are you Thayan? It's gonna be.
So he has a lisp. Perfect.
Yeah. Who do we raid into?
Sparkles.
Yeah, I guess Sparkles is yep, she's doing charities as well. So we'll go into Sparkles as she's also doing St. Jude's. Thank you all for your donations, and Chad, I see you donated as well. Thank you so much. Everything you can do for them kids, can't imagine. So yeah, pour ourselves into that charity, and everybody do a quick thought. We'll pray for Bart. Anyways, there, done. Yeah, good, sweet Bart. Please come back to us. But be healthy, and you can rate us as soon as you want. Unless anybody's got any parting words. Everybody good? Aren't you good? Okay.
All good.
Vive la France.
See you guys tomorrow night. Bye.
All right.
Brave don't go past thorn and ash and snow. Maps are burned, but we don't slow. We fight for tales untold. Bound forevermore. Boots hit the ground like war. Shields clash, we beg for more. Hearts like thunder, breath like flame. Call our names, ignite the lore. We're bound forevermore. We're bound forever. No crown, no guide, no peace. Just storm winds off the east. Dragons sleep beneath our feet. We sing through shattered teeth. stone. No way back, no second door.